We all lie, not just to others, but to ourselves. Sometimes with small words, sometimes with entire stories. We lie because truth is complicated and pain doesn't ask for permission. So we create a softer version of the world, one that feels just safe enough to keep breathing. We edit reality, and somewhere between what happened and what we believe, a version of the truth disappears. But these lies aren't evil. They're instinct. They protect us from breaking. They help us survive. We say we're fine when we're not. We act confident when we're terrified. We move on while still bleeding, and the mind whispers, "You're okay." Not because it's true, but because it has to be. It's the same reason soldiers smile in chaos, why people laugh at funerals, why we tell ourselves we're over someone while still checking their profile every night. It's not dishonesty, it's survival. When the truth burns too bright, we close our eyes just enough to stay sane. And before we go further, if this message makes you think or feel something, take a second to subscribe to Neurocode, leave a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. It helps more than you think, and it tells YouTube this kind of message matters. Truth demands effort, confrontation, and energy. It forces us to face things we're not ready for. So we bend it, soften it, and rewrite it into something we can live with. We say, "It wasn't meant to be," instead of, "I lost something I cared about." We say, "It's fine," instead of, "I'm scared." Each little lie becomes a patchwork blanket, a small illusion that keeps the cold away. Comfort feels safer than clarity, and the mind always chooses safety first. Memory helps with that. It's not a recorder, it's a painter. Each time you remember, you don't replay the past, you rebuild it. You choose colors and emotions until the story feels balanced enough to believe. That's why arguments feel different to each person, why memories shift over time. The mind doesn't lie maliciously, it edits for emotional balance. It wants your story to make sense, even if it never did. We tell ourselves we're logical, that we act with reason. But the truth is, we feel first and explain later. The mind is the lawyer, the heart is the client. The verdict is already decided, logic just writes the speech. We buy what we don't need and call it a reward. We stay in relationships that hurt and call it love. We avoid risks and call it wisdom. Emotion moves first, reason follows. To make the story sound noble, then comes fear, the oldest and most persuasive liar we know. Fear tells us stories to keep us safe, but it doesn't know when to stop. It turns whispers into screams, shadows into monsters. It says, "Don't try, don't speak, don't feel." It promises safety, but what it really gives us is paralysis. Once, fear kept us alive in jungles. Now it locks us in comfort zones. It whispers, "Stay here, it's safer." But safe and alive are not the same thing, and control, that's the grand illusion. We crave it because chaos terrifies us. So we build rituals, routines, beliefs, tiny walls against the unknown. We plan our future as if life ever agreed to follow our script. We cling to order, not because it's real, but because it gives us peace. Yet life remains wild, random, unpredictable, and beautifully unfair. Control is just a story we tell ourselves so we don't drown in uncertainty. The mind whispers, "You've got this," and maybe that lie is the only thing that lets us keep moving. We lie to avoid pain. We lie to protect pride. We lie because truth demands transformation, and not everyone is ready to change. But every small lie has a cost. Each illusion keeps us comfortable, but also stuck. We can't grow inside a story we know is false. Real healing starts when we stop editing reality and start listening to what hurts. Because pain is information, the body saying something needs to change. Ignore it long enough, and the mind starts screaming through anxiety, emptiness, or regret. So yes, we lie to ourselves, we always have, but maybe that's not weakness. Maybe that's training for truth. We learn through illusion until we're strong enough to face what's real. Every lie has a purpose. Every truth has a cost. And between them, we grow. Before we end, if this made you think or feel something shift, support this message. Subscribe to Neurocode, drop a like, and comment your thoughts below. Because this isn't just a video, it's a conversation we all need to have. Truth doesn't always set you free right away. Sometimes it hurts first, but once it heals, you never need the lie again. That's why we lie to ourselves, not because we're weak, but because we're human. And being human means learning to face the truth without losing the parts of us that still need protecting.